I'm recording.
YouTubers?
Okay. Last week, the party um looking to recover the artifact from Varric. The party made their way to library, found the clue in the book saying to start in Harvestman's Retreat, which um I believe is this guy who happened to remember that another name for Harvestman is Spider, or rather, another name for Spider is Harvestman. Um, so you guys made your way to Spider Haunt Woods, at which point another clue appeared that said pass through the maw, and you guys continued traveling west through the Desert's Mouth Mountains, in which you found um, a druid who you spoke to about Varric, and the druid insisted or stated that Varric tried to create a home here before he was run off, and that he destroyed quite a bit of land in the process. You continued traveling west along the path to find um, pardon me, the forest area that was apparently destroyed by Varric, according to the druid. It's about 100 feet wide and um, unknown depth. You haven't actually seen the end of it, so let's just go with that. Um, Iriana looks in the book and sees the clue. Find the island in the waste. She starts looking through this wasteland of ash and burnt trees and finds a single tree, single living tree, surrounded on three sides by a large boulder. At which point the book says, "Find the hole in Toral's bone," and she calls everyone over to start looking for a hole somewhere in this boulder or this tree or something, and that was where we called it. Um, so, I guess describe to me what your characters are doing right now. Hopefully with a little more detail than looking for a hole in the boulder. or tree or whatever.
Looking for a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, dear Liza.
What?
Oh, come on, really?
No, I didn't even understand what you said.
Said, looking for a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, dear Liza.
I'm assuming that's a quote from a song.
Yeah, from like a children's song.
Oh, okay.
There's a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, dear Liza.
Okay.
What does that have to do with Toril?
Nothing.
A hole.
And what is Toril?
The
Toral's the
Earth
planet,
we
or
are
the continent.
on.
I'm sorry, the Toril's what?
The continent that we are on, or the planet.
It's the name of the planet.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever knew that. So we're probably looking for a cave or something like that.
If I remember right, there was both a tree and a giant boulder there.
Correct. There's like a tree that's somehow survived the fire, and it's surrounded on 3 sides by boulder. A giant boulder.
I'll be walking along the boulder with my hand on the rock on one side, just feeling along it. Go around the whole 3 sides that surround the tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna inspect the tree. Inspect the base of the tree, inspect the tree itself.
Okay, both of you go and give me investigation checks.
That's interesting.
Wow. Is there anything specific you're looking for on the tree other than a hole, Sky? Are you looking for any
No,
specific information? Okay.
no, just looking for a hole in Toril. So, figured that since there's the tree and Iriana's looking at the rock, I will look at the tree.
Okay. In this case, if you're looking around the tree itself, there doesn't appear to be anything out of place outside of the fact that, it is surrounded by, hundreds of feet of ash on every side. Um, you can see, scars on it where the tree itself was actually on fire at some point, but you can see that it is healing itself and regrowing. Um, Unfortunately, there are no obvious holes in the tree itself. Iriana, as you walk around the rock and search for any holes there. There aren't any specifically on the rock, but when you look directly where the rock and the tree actually meet, there is a small hole there that looks like it'd be barely large enough to fit you. But you can tell that it's covered by an illusion.
I'll
And due to your true sight, you can see through it.
I'll just kind of head over to it and take a step inside, see what's in there.
It's not really a step inside kind of thing. It's kind of a drop in kind of thing.
Oh, I see. It's like a hole in the ground.
Yeah. But you're welcome to drop down into it if you'd like.
Sure. I'll drop down into it.
Okay, give me acrobatics check. Okay, you drop down into it, kind of twist your ankle as you land, taking 12 points of damage. It's about a 30-foot drop, and you can...
You said 12 points of damage?
Yeah. So at a 30-foot drop, and you're now in what looks like some sort of underground cavern or cave system kind of thing. The rest
Can I just look around?
Okay. Let's see here. No, you know, I didn't put any... What you call it on this? Give me a second, let me throw some dynamic lighting on this real quick.
Alright.
completely forgot that dynamic lighting. I do that all the time. Almost finished here. Sorry about this, guys.
Testing, testing.
Hello. Can you hear us? Me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. What did you say?
I think I've finished. Let me double check to make sure it's actually on. Da, da, da. Okay, so um, okay, Ariana, you are looking around, down in the hole.
I cannot see.
I'm looking for your token. There it is.
And the entrance is kind of here above me.
Yeah.
I'll just walk forward a few steps. And then I'll head back toward the hole and just call up. Say, Sky, Lazum.
Yeah, I hear you talking. And I saw you disappear right next to the tree. I'm guessing you found a hole?
Yeah, just beside the tree where it connects to the rock.
Okay. And I take a rope and tie it around the base of the tree. And,
It's about 30 feet deep.
yeah, well, so a 50-foot rope would reach.
In theory.
All right. So I drop the rope and I let everybody else know that I'm going down the hole. And grab hold of the rope. And,
Okay, you gotta kind of stumble around to find the hole first, because you can't actually
yeah,
see it.
yeah. But I've kind of kicking the rope around until it falls in something. And I'm guessing that's the hole.
Good
Uh,
chance.
I stop him before he goes down and ask, "How are you getting Zomba down?"
Well, right now I'm not sure we need Damba down there. And I reach out, pat him on the head, and say, Damba, you just wait here. I'll be back.
He kind of lays down on the ground, kind of like a sphinx. Just kind of whimpers at you a little and lays his head on his paws.
Yeah, that's a good boy. And then I take a good grip on the rope and start slow descent down. until suddenly I'm through the hole and I can see some things. And I keep going. And eventually I get to the bottom.
Eventually.
Okay. And I look around looking for Iriana.
She's right there.
How badly are you hurt?
Not at all.
That was a pretty good fall.
I'll just kind of shrug and say that it wasn't that bad.
Okay, what have you seen down here so far?
Nothing really.
Is
Oh.
everyone else following?
Yes, I haven't had a chance to say it, but yes.
Sorry. Okay. Rogar, you too?
I'm gonna. I actually call down before I go down. Is it a cave or is it a tunnel system? Or not a cave, but is it a hole or is it a tunnel system?
It looks to be a tunnel system of some sort.
Since we're all going, I say one moment and pull up the rope, and then look at Damba and motion to wrap it around and attempt to see if he lets me.
Give me an animal handling check. He growls. Gives you a very menacing growl as you approach him with the rope.
Yeah. Careful, you might lose a hand.
I shrug and I look at him and I say, "Well, you want to go down there or stay up here?" And we're, Lazem gets hurt and you can't do anything about it.
He just stares. He sits there, laser staring at you. Watching your hands carefully.
I slowly wrap it around his chest there, so it's not around the neck or anything. Do two loops, one on the front, and one on the back.
So you're basically trying to make a harness for him.
Yeah, harness to lower him down.
Okay, he's obviously not happy with you doing this. But he doesn't attack at this point.
And once I get it all set up, I motion over the cliff and hold the rope so that he can, or over the edge to where they disappear to, and hold the rope and give it a firm tug so he knows that I've got it secured so that he can be lowered.
Okay, he kind of sticks his head down into the hole, looks back up at you, and just kind of whimpers down into the hole. giving kind of a yelp sound. Um, you can hear this, Latham.
Yeah, I look up and I hear him and say, "It'll be okay, Don, but come on."
Okay, give me a athletics check. Um, Rogar.
I will use the tree as a pulley.
I understand. Okay. Damba kind of inches his way forward and kind of at the last moment he just kind of steps off the edge and you kind of grunt and the rope strains and the tree creaks as it takes Damba's weight. And he just kind of swings out over the hole as you lower him down. It's exhausting because he's not a small pup, but you do get him down.
Once I get him down, I give him tug the rope twice to let people know to get rid of it, so I don't go down on top of them. Call down, release the rope.
What do you mean, release the rope?
Untie it.
It's currently tied around you know.
Oh,
So you'd see it tug on the dog be tugged a little bit when I tug it, and then release the rope. Is what you'd hear.
As long as
I'll
you don't,
untie the rope.
as long as you don't untie it from the tree.
Yelling that up to him.
Yes. Don't untie it from the tree.
It's so tempting to do it. I look at it with the look of, damn, this is one of those. Does anybody notify me that it's been released from the dog?
And it's been untied, man.
I know. I was just saying, does anybody tell me it's been released? Because I'll
I'll
wait if
call
it's
up.
all.
I'll call up and say that Dom is untied.
Then I'll come down after.
Okay.
Sky, are you coming too?
I've been right next to you this whole time.
Okay.
He's just so good at stealth you never saw him.
Yeah, I understand that.
Sky was the first one that came down.
Well, Arionic went down, then Lazem went down, and then I went down.
I meant between the two of us. I'm checking something one quick. White. I think I have, but I'm not sure. Nope, I don't have any, so I wouldn't do anything. I just come straight down with the rope. was testing if I had pitons on me, so putting those in case somebody did come by and cut the rope or something. But since I don't have those, I'm just down. You said it was 30 feet?
Yes.
I can get up there if I need to. Well, I could actually lift somebody up there if I needed to, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. You are now down in the cave. Everyone can see it, right? I don't think I screwed that up.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it.
Yep.
Okay. Dombus token should be under yours, Lazen.
Yes, he's here.
I moved to the other wall because I don't like an open, don't like not being able to see over a corner. But I allow Sky or anybody else to go forward if they want to.
I'll head forward somewhere.
And once I'm on the bottom, I don't talk as much.
What's along this wall?
I'm sorry?
What's along this wall here? Just a bit different colored on the map.
Yeah, just
Like
different color rock.
like we're on the bottom of a cliff.
Okay.
Ariana, did you say something earlier about checking the book again?
I did not, but I will check it.
Okay. Hope you're not checking it just because I said something. um, there is a new line in there.
And what does it say?
Let me put it in. Okay, it's in there now.
I will read it out loud and say, "Aware the guardian beneath."
Is that like a contraction for beware?
Say, it seems like it.
It is Barrack.
Then I'll keep heading forward some more. And stop here.
I come up here, and there's some sort of an etching on this stone. Can I tell what it is?
It's actually not really an etching, just a boulder.
Oh, okay. So it's no threat, probably.
No. Well, not as far as you know.
And I'll just turn around and say, I think I found the Guardian. Step to the corner.
I'm just gonna point at the thing that looks like a dragon on top of a rock as we pass it.
Yeah, it's just a boulder. It's not actually anything. Though maybe it's prophetic.
Um, then once everyone's here, I will walk around the corner and start heading up this way a little bit.
Okay, as you walk into the room, the dragon opens its eyes and lifts its head and watches you.
What kind of dragon does it look like?
It's one you've actually never heard of before. Um, the who do we lose?
Probably Kenny.
Let's give him a second to come back. Okay, fine, be that way. Um, the dragon appears to be made out of some sort of stone. Looks like a gem of some kind.
Alright. And it's just turned and looking at me.
It's watching you guys as you enter. the area.
I'll keep just stepping over to here.
Apparently he's on the phone with his dad. At least I'm assuming that's what he's saying. Mm-mm. No barking. Are you guys waiting for Kenny or something from me?
Oh, sorry, I was waiting for him. I didn't see that he moved up.
Okay.
Then I will step over here and
As you get closer, he kind of raises up further, and right in the middle of his chest, um, see, Varric had the Heart of War, right?
I think so.
Just a second. Yeah, Varric had the Heart of War. Sorcia had the Eye of Death. You had the Hand of Pestilence. And you guys are still carrying the Jawbone of Famine. Okay. Um, right in the middle of the dragon's chest, you see the dark red heart-sized stone embedded in its chest.
Inside the chest is where it is.
Yeah.
I will just call out and say that to my party, say that what we need is inside this dragon's chest.
Welcome back, by the way, Kenny. At least I'm assuming that was him coming back.
Yeah, no, my parents called. I had to, and of course, because I'm on my phone, I couldn't just say, "Hey guys, I got a call," because you know.
No problem.
My dragon stealth stays back and just watches and listens, admiring the dragon. It's not a gold one.
Um, After calling out that what we need is in the middle of its chest, I will take another step closer and turn to the dragon and say hello.
Turns and looks at you.
I will yell out from the back.
I'm sorry, you'll
Eth
know what. Oh, sorry.
Ethregluin Batobat Isvabolin. Yeah, I'm not gonna say all that, but we need that which needs destroyed. We would prefer to take it peacefully in Draconic.
I
Well,
nodded his his speaking of my native tongue.
um, give me a persuasion check, Sky. Well, damn.
You didn't know he was going to be that good. Guy, she wants to have your kids.
I'm not a bard.
Yeah, but you spoke so wonderfully.
Um,
So what do you roll against that, Jeff?
I wasn't planning to roll against it. Trying to decide how this is gonna go. Okay. Sky replies back to you in Draconic. And as it speaks, um, the entire cavern kind of rumbles and dust falls from the ceiling and all that fun stuff. Really, Kenny? Really? Um, it'll respond to you, Sky, and say,
It knew my name. Yeah, really.
um, I cannot simply turn over this treasure. I was created to guard it with my life. But I, too, have no desire to fight. If you can answer my riddles, I will give you what you ask for.
I will let everybody, obviously, besides the Dragonborn, know that we need to answer riddles. So I hope everybody knows riddles.
Yay, riddle.
I ask in Draconic, how will you know the answer we speak is specific to your question or a discussion between us?
Your answer will be in my language.
I look over to Sky and nod, and in common say, if you do speak Draconic, don't speak it until we're all in consensus of what the answer is.
Okay? He
I
says,
think you guys are the only ones that do.
some are cherished, some are hated, and even if lost, they remain with you.
Memories?
I was thinking,
Is that our final answer?
I think so.
I don't have anything better.
And I will shout out Jolene.
When you say that, one of the clasps around the edge of the Heart of War opens.
How many riddles are we going to need?
Give me a perception check. Okay, there are 5 clasps around the Heart of War, though the one at the bottom may or may not open.
Can I do an insight check to see if or if the dragon's being honest in its desire not to fight and to give it to us if we complete the questions or the riddles?
You are welcome to, yes. Seems pretty hard to read, but as far as you can tell, she seems to be on the level.
Okay.
Okay. She then says, they arrive every night, whether invited or not. They can be seen but not heard or touched. If one falls, the rest keep moving.
Stars.
Have you read these before, Bo?
Nope.
No, he's just a walking encyclopedia.
Okay.
Which is so nice that he's on our side. If everybody's in agreement, then I will yell out Hardrick.
I don't have anything better.
Nope, I'm not. I'm just smiling.
I was still getting through the first sentence as he goes stars, and like, all right, cool.
I had to reread it because I'm like, I thought I reversed. They cannot be heard. My mind said they could be heard, so I was saying dreams. I was like, oh no, okay, there we go.
Okay, as you say stars, another one of the clasps opens. Um, do I need to bother typing these in?
It is nice to have
It is
them.
nice just in case we don't know the answer right away to be able to reread it and say, oh yeah, that's on there, or no, I don't, so we can discuss it.
Okay. She says, they call me the king. I have the eyes, hiss, and fangs of a snake, but have no scales or venom.
I knew they were going to get harder.
Sky, give me a either history or nature check with advantage.
Who was that for?
You.
Oh.
History
My
or
headset died for a moment, and then I turned it back on, and I heard that. I was like, what?
you. Go and give me a history or nature check with advantage. Okay, with all the knowledge you know of dragons, you can't think of a single dragon who would put itself in um such a submissive situation, let alone um be willing to protect a single artifact with its life. So you suspect that this dragon was probably created by Varric rather than being a real dragon.
I want Varric back on our side.
Okay, I'm stepping out of this one. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I did not know the answer, but I do now, and I would never have guessed it in a million years.
Did you
So
Google it?
I had to. I'm like, what the heck? This because I there was no way I could think of this one, and I still would. Knowing the answer, I would never know it. But I'm honest.
Honestly, I was thinking Cobra until, it says no scales or venom. I'm like, okay. Kitty cats hiss and sky hisses. I don't know about the eyes or the fangs. Oh, we need you.
I'm not sure. I don't know of any.
What did you say, Sky, from months ago?
I was just thinking of hissing. Um, but I don't know what that has to do with the king.
Well, a lion is often called a king.
True.
Yeah, it might be it.
There we go with lion then.
That works for me.
Sure, why not?
Aishnuk.
The dragon kind of tilts his head, thinks for a moment. Says, close enough. And a third clasp opens.
Close enough.
Answer was actually cat. But lion's pretty good example. It's actually a better answer in my opinion, but
Really think of cats having fangs.
have you ever been bit by a cat?
Yes,
They
lots of
tear
cats.
you up. Yeah, they got fangs. They got fangs.
I mean, they got teeth, but like,
They got fangs. All right. They may have their fangs are also teeth, but they have two pointy fangs. And the reason why it's cats is because the lion is not the only king cat. Think Egyptian mythology.
I think it would have been better if it said queen, because I don't know.
But like I said, I stayed out of it. I wasn't going to answer that.
I have a tail and a head, but no legs. I'm probably with you right now.
Coins.
Coin.
makes sense. I will say Rikim.
Okay. The fourth class opens. Oh, come on. Ugh. Every time I move my phone, it scrolls all the way back up to the top.
That's annoying.
I'm the beginning of the end and the end of before.
A den?
I'm sorry? Did you want me to read it again?
No.
I have heard this one before.
Present?
I think it's weird.
Is it a circle?
Circle never ends. Never begins, really. But if we ain't got anything else,
I said present.
Like I said, I do know the answer to this one.
Then what is it?
Tis the letter E.
Okay.
I think that should be rewritten to "I am the beginning of end" instead of
Yeah.
the end. Makes sense. It's just like the end would be T.
Yeah, I've heard a couple different variations of it that use different words at the start, and the being in there just makes it difficult to. Yeah.
Then in Draconic, I will yell E because I don't know that there's anything. When I type it into my Draconic translator, it comes out with E.
Nice. I whisper this one. I'd have got it wrong. I was thinking story or tale.
Okay.
Totally Falcor.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Sky, what?
That it's totally Falcor.
Uh,
The never-ending story.
Okay. As you shout out the letter E in Draconic, the dragon lays down on the ground and then just kind of melts into a pile of moonstones. So you now have a dragon-sized pile of moonstones if you choose to take advantage of it.
May as well.
May as well. Yeah, yeah.
Do we have anywhere to put a pile of moonstones?
Lay some spag, maybe?
Sure.
I don't know how many will fit, but
Yeah, more pressing question for me is, do we have a way of shielding this stone?
That is a good question.
Why do you need to shield it?
because it's evil.
Oh, yeah.
Did we bring any lead line pouches in the bag of holding?
I believe you had several last time we checked, Ariana.
Yeah, I have one written on here, but I don't see any other ones written down. but I do believe I had them all.
Yeah, I remember you made several of them. Or had several made or something. So we can just go with you have them. Because
And I would have 4 of them.
Okay. Yeah. How many moonstones should we claim?
How much room do you have in the bag of holding?
As far as I know, it's limitless.
technically no. Someone roll a D100. Actually, 2 people roll D100s.
That's a pretty poor roll from me. Unless we wanted it to be low.
Let's say you're able to hold 8,922 gemstones. Or moonstones.
Okay. You said 8,000.
922.
Those are moonstones, right?
Yeah.
And I will carefully dig through the pile of stones and take out the Heart of War.
Okay.
So that's 1 down and 2 more to find.
Yep.
Let's search down here to see if there's anything else.
I have to be honest, I was expecting that to be a fight, but that works.
I was debating whether I wanted to just throw up Hunter's Mark before we started fighting, and I'm like, well, I mean, I can speak Draconic. Maybe we should.
Rogar, you said you wanted to search for something? As he disappears down hallways.
We wanted to search the lower part of the map.
You search through the map. Doesn't appear to be anything else of interest here.
Just a whole bunch of hallways.
A bunch of hallways and
Does it seem like a laboratory or something?
not specifically, and there's literally nothing else here. Bunch of rocks and a couple hallways. The braziers and the dragon. The rooms could have been used for just about anything.
I see.
I think the rope is over here somewhere, right?
You want to rest here, or I don't know how long it's been since we've rested. So you guys want to rest in here where it's nice and warm, or do you want to go back out and rest up top? Safe.
I'm not sure we need to rest.
What's our plan going from here?
Um, we have retrieved one of the items. Hey, we have one. I hid one, and we can get that one. Sorsha's has a cryptic clue, and then the last one. Have we just been carrying it around?
Yes.
That's the Jawbone of Famine?
Yes.
No, that's so, yeah.
So you guys currently are carrying Jawbone of Famine and Heart of War.
We need to be sure that they're both shielded.
They are both in lead-lined pouches.
Yes.
I believe the Jawbone of Famine got put in the bag of holding.
Yes, I believe it did.
So I will give you the lead-lined pouch for the Heart of War as well, and ask that you put it in the bag of holding.
I can, as long as the moonstones didn't take up all of my space.
If they did, then I can carry it around.
It's fine. You can go and put it in there. You just open the bag of holding and then got these moonstones just kind of tumbling out the top.
Exactly.
I see him more. He goes to put the next time in. All of a sudden, the bag of holding implodes. Everything just appears right in front of him.
That would be a pretty big pile.
I know. That's why I said it.
Okay, so
Barely blaze him.
you guys are done in here? Or...
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we have to get out of here. You're not going to make us haul Damba up.
Yeah, but you don't need to be on that map to do it.
Once I get to the top, I'll pick. I'll allow Lazem to tie Dom up this time, and I'd go up top and lift him up.
Which is...
And if he was a struggle, I'd turn into a giant just to lift him up.
It's actually really easy because Sky just casts Levitate on him. And you just kind of have to give a slight tug and Dama just floats up out of the hole.
Oh yeah.
Well, we now have a whole bunch of moonstones.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing the jawbone of famine.
I have it unchecked in my character sheet, and it has been for a while, so I believe it was given to you at some point.
Okay. I still don't see it written here, but that doesn't mean anything.
So type it in.
I shall.
Okay. So you guys all climb out of the hole and are um, standing in the burnt remains of the burnt forest. What do you guys want to do?
Um, I don't think we have any other need to be around here. Did we need to tell the druid that we are done in their lands?
I say the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to be attacked, and the more stuff we have on us, the higher the risk is if we lose. So we keep moving.
I don't think that was his question. Her question.
Yeah, specifically my question is, do we want to go back to the master's house right now, or did we want to tell the druid that we're done in their land so they can do whatever, or that we're leaving?
Well, I'd say let the druids know, just so that if anything comes up, they can fight it and know it's not us.
Oh, what time is it?
I knew someone was going to ask that eventually. Um, let's see. Um, I'd say with the time you spent down there, I'd say it's probably an hour maybe two before sunset. So like 6:37, something like that, in the evening.
There's something that I'd really like to do before we leave, if possible. Try and right what Barrett destroyed.
Are you thinking that or saying that?
I just said it.
Oh well, I didn't know. I didn't know if you were talking to the DM or to the group type
No,
thing.
no, to
I'm
you.
I'm willing to help you with that.
It's something that I would do on my own, but it would take 8 hours for me to do.
Well, if you're doing it on your own, you think you need protected in case something happens while you're trying to do it?
No, I think you guys could
Okay.
probably, if Ariana has another mansion in her, you guys could probably take a rest or whatever, and I can join whenever.
Sure. I will head up to the rock and draw the outline of a door on the boulder and cast Mordekainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Okay. And everyone who you choose to allow enter sees the door appear.
Which is us.
Okay. Sky, is there anything I can do to help you with these repairs?
No, I just need to concentrate for about the next 8 hours, and I will join you in a while.
All right. Good luck with it. And I'll go on into the mansion.
I will huddle over by the tree, say a short prayer to Maliki, asking her to please help bless the land, and then I will start casting the spell.
As you ask for her aid, you do feel um, a warm breeze blow through the um, I don't know, the wasteland, I guess. And it's the first time since you've entered, or since you've come anywhere near this place, that it didn't stink of ash. And at the same time, Dama kind of comes up to you and licks your cheek before following Lazem into the mansion.
With that, since we need to wait for Sky's return, I put my gear in one of the rooms and say, Domba, let's go get some food. And go down to the dining hall. I order steak and potatoes for me and big raw steak for Damba. And a mug of ale.
And it doesn't take long before it shows up.
And I make sure Damba gets his steak. And then I look at my plate and realize because they're just that efficient that I got steak and potatoes and some other vegetables and fruits just to make a full meal.
Yeah, they know you.
And so I dig right in. And after finishing off my dinner, I go and grab my mandolin and go into the great room and sit and begin to play. Just playing, as the spirit moves me.
Okay, sounds like a relaxing time.
I'll just sit at the entrance, looking out and just watching the sky revitalize the plants.
I realize that he can probably fairly easily revitalize the plants. Can he do anything about that huge crack that was made in the mountain off to the northwest? Or is that just going to have to be left?
The huge crack in the land? Gotta push the button.
I am.
That the scar in the land is what he's fixing. It's just a burned patch of trees.
Oh, okay. I thought it was described as the scar left after lava had gone through it.
Oh, you're talking about the scar on the side of the mountain.
Yes.
That's just in rock. There was no plant life up there.
Okay. Don't mind me.
I think he was just wondering if I could fix the rock up there, which I cannot.
I mean, if you really wanted to, Ariana probably could, but
That'd take a while.
yeah.
That would take a lot and a lot and a lot of spells.
No, you can't have this. You probably wouldn't want it anyway. So Ariana, you're watching as Sky does this.
Yeah, at least for the first couple hours until it's time to get some rest.
Okay. Unfortunately, the first few hours, there's not a um, whole lot of anything. It's mostly Sky doing rituals and um, praying to Miliki. Um, there's a few instances where um, you can see magic start to flow out about the land, but there's no obvious difference um, after about 3 hours.
All right.
Do you want to keep watching or?
Oh, that's all right. No, I will head to take a rest at that point.
Okay. Is everyone else gonna rest you except for Sky?
Yes, I think I will.
Okay. Um. Then Sky, you finish your work or your spell, and you look around, pretty happy with your work. It's pretty obvious you've made a difference. And you can describe it in the morning when everyone comes out of the mansion if you want. Or I guess you could describe it now if you wanted to. It's up to you.
Oh, I don't know. I'd say it's a good start, and it'll hopefully get better in the next year. Hopefully, there's at least some small sprouts of trees and wild grass and other shrubberies.
Yeah, there's a drastic difference between um, what it was, and currently there's um, it's like a carpet of green compared to the black that was there before. That's not for you. That's not for you. Um, with these tufts of green bushes and um, these small um, 2 to 4 foot saplings that are starting to grow all over the place. It's much better. You are very tired. What do you want to do?
I will walk into the mansion, shut the door, and go find a corner to take my trance in. Less concerned about finding a room or anything, just finding a corner.
Okay, it's not hard. There's plenty of space, and the servants leave you alone. in the morning when everyone comes down to eat, Sky is meditating off in the corner. Or trancing, rather, off in the corner. What do you guys want to do?
I'll let him finish his trance. Just sit around and relax until then.
Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw, Sky. Okay. He wakes up shortly after you guys, maybe an hour and a half after you guys get up for the day. And Sky, you're feeling pretty good. You're not gonna go, out running a marathon or anything. But for normal days travel, you should be fine. And the day is yours. What do you guys want to do?
I will lead us back toward the druid.
Okay. You head out. You get back to the druid. No, at first it's a little confusing, a little disorienting, because you come out of the mansion into this green carpeted area, which looks drastically different from what you saw before. But you make your way back to the road, and then back to where the druid is. The druid's house was, rather. And, pardon me. Crap, I don't remember. Was the druid male or female? Did I give him a name?
Female.
Female, like 13 or 14 years old. I forget what her name was.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that. Make your way back to the cabin, and she is sitting out on the porch as you approach. And as she sees you, she jumps up and starts heading for the door before she recognizes you. And as she does, she kind of stops and watches you warily from the porch.
I'll call up and say, hello again.
Alright, I went down the wrong throat. Wrong pipe. Hello again.
How many throats you got?
Just one. I'm in long pipe. Sorry. Um. Um. She says, um, you've returned. Is there something else you need from me?
No, nothing from you. We just wanted to let you know that one of us, I'll point to Scott, managed to help revive the land that Varric desecrated.
When she points at me, I will approach and in Sylvan start telling her what I posted in the chat.
And thank you for your efforts. And may Maliki guide your path, I guess. That sounds good.
I'll bow
Sounds
my
like
head.
something Maliki would say.
Hmm?
Sounds like something Maliki would say.
Yeah. She'll bow in return and just kind of be like, I guess not all guests are trouble.
You try not to be too much trouble, usually.
Well, um, unless there's anything else you need from me, I have some other business to attend to.
I'll nod and head out. And we'll start heading out.
Okay, you're gonna travel on foot back to Master's house?
No. Unless we want to.
Can you warp us there?
Sure can. Me and up to 5 willing creatures, and by my count, we fit that definition exactly. So I will.
Say it's actually you and 4 willing creatures, but okay.
Osriel doesn't count.
Nah, he's a pet.
All right.
He doesn't count as a separate entity.
I'll turn and start walking away from the cottage or the house. And when we get, I don't know, kind of to the edge of the woods from around there, I'll turn around and wave to the druid, and then grab Elazam and Sky's hands and tell Elazam to get Damba in and Rogar to grab someone, and then I will cast Word of Recall.
I'll grab whoever he wants to be grabbing, and then we're ready to go.
And as it happens, party disappears in a flash of light.
Perfect.
And suddenly appear at a small temple to Air in Master's house.
Then I will lead everyone out.
As in, lead him out of the temple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like herd them out, but just like head out toward the exit.
My temple, get out!
I was about to do the same thing.
Since we're back at the master's house, I'm going to go and check on the dragons.
They are just eggs at this point, right? Actually, no, you didn't bring the eggs with you. You left them on the island. Didn't you?
No, we made a nest in the Maliki shrine.
Maliki Shrine. Gotcha. Okay, sometimes you gotta remind me some of these things, guys.
And I know there's still eggs. I'm just going to go check on them, make sure they're all nice, and then come and join everybody else. But make sure I pet them so they get used to me and go back away.
Okay. And the eggs seem to be very happy where they are. And the scholars and security are no longer on couches in the front room. um, Allison has moved them all into the infirmary. They are all laying in a coma in um, some comfortable um, beds, I guess, in the infirmary, and having their needs attended to there.
All right. Um,
But actually, with that, unless there's something you guys want to do specifically, let's go ahead and um, take a break.
sounds good.
See you guys back here in a minute. In a few minutes.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Bo.
Mama.
Is that somebody messing around with the Discord soundbar? Yeah, that. I take it they added some new ones? Or you added one?
No. Paladin's Archives added one, and apparently it's open to whoever has access to that server, even though it's not on that server. So
It's because you have Nitro. Nitro gives you access to any server's ones on any of your servers.
gotcha.
I'm back.
So they recorded their own, and I was like, sweet, I'm gonna play with it.
So we can end up getting soundbar tokens of Sky Meows and Sky Purrs.
Maybe someday.
Well, I guess this is Saturday, isn't it?
Yep.
I was thinking we were still waiting on Ken. But he wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, it's tomorrow that my dad comes. So everybody's here that I know of.
Yeah. Okay, so you were back at the master's house. Um, with essentially 3 of the 4 artifacts. As one of them won't show up until it's needed. Um, what do you guys want to do?
Well, just to be on the safe side, I think we need a couple more lead-lined bags. Is that Brutus that provides those?
He can.
I think that's who we got the other ones from.
Then I guess I'll go to Brutus and see if I can get a couple more.
Um, he says certainly, and he'll have them ready for you in a couple hours.
All right, I'll
And
check back.
I'll head up to try and find Sorsha.
Okay. You find her in her room. She's kind of sitting at her desk, um, writing in a book. Some sort of journal or something.
I'll just like so the door's just open.
Yeah.
I will head in and just say hello.
Hello, welcome back. I trust you found what you were looking for.
We did. I just wanted to confirm how we'll be able to find the artifact that you hid. Will it just appear?
It'll make itself known to you when you need it.
I'll nod and turn to head out. And then I'll just head back to everyone else and wait for the lead-lined bags.
Once we have all 4 artifacts, or 3 and the one that will appear when needed, do we have any idea how we're going to go about destroying them?
Um, I think we heard at some point the ritual which it can destroy them, but it requires all 4 of them at once.
Okay. So, assuming we've collected what we can and we head back toward the island, I presume we're going to take our researchers and their security people with them to go back to the island. Now, do we have any idea how much more evil there is there that has to be destroyed?
No, we do not.
Okay, do we know how we will tell when it is all destroyed?
Not any more than we normally know when we have cleansed an area or completed a task.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like we're going back there. And we have a general idea of what is supposed to happen, but we have no way of knowing how to go about it, or when it's going to happen, or how many entities are involved in making it happen. Is there anything
Sounds
we
about
can
right.
do? Yeah, is there anything we can do to simplify this picture?
I think we've been doing what we have been doing for the last year, and I think we've come up to the point where we're as ready as we possibly can for this.
But if we can't destroy these artifacts until the evil on the island is suppressed, how do we know when that is? And how do we get that done?
I would assume that when we get it done, we'll know.
I suggest we have 3 of the 4, correct, at the present moment?
2 out of the 4.
How many?
2.
2 of the 4? Let's worry about getting the other 2 and then go back to the island to where we can destroy it and find if there's any evil we still need to remove there once we've gotten those as well.
Well, it seems likely that the 4th artifact will not make its presence known until we have prepared the way.
Well, to our knowledge, we have prepared the way with cleaning the island with what we did. So if we get the third one and the fourth one makes itself available, then we'll know we've done it. If not, then we can work on doing the fourth one. We can clean. We can go to clean the island, and then we'll know when the fourth one appears. Either way, we need the third one. To assume we don't have it done, or to assume we have it done, is, pardon my French, asinine, because this is my character speaking, not me. Because we don't know. So if we assume we have it done and we find out we don't, we do something. But if we don't do anything, always assuming we never get it done, then we'll never get anywhere.
Otherwise known out of character, Schrodinger cat.
Somehow I think that you, Sky, would take Schrodinger's cat to heart more than some others.
I'd like to put Schrodinger in the damn box. Of course, at this point, he's dead, so it doesn't matter, but yeah.
I'll just say that I do think we should collect this third artifact and then make our way back to the island in the quickest manner possible. And
Makes
try
sense.
to get this all done with. How many lead-lined bags were you having made?
2.
We should only need one because mine is still in a lead-lined pouch.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, my concern was that if the fourth artifact makes itself known and we don't have a way to shield it, we run the risk of screwing up the whole thing.
I was going to thank you for thinking, and I'm glad I was.
Yeah, it's not an issue to have a few extra bags.
Well, yeah, I asked Brutus for 2. And I guess I could go see if he's ready with them. So I go off to his workshop to see.
He's got 2 lead line pouches sitting there waiting for you.
Okay. Then I will go in, thank him, and take him, put him in my bag, and then head back to I don't know. Is it the library? Is that where we're meeting?
I was thinking just the main hall.
Okay, so the main hall. And with that, then you have the third artifact. Is that correct?
What do you mean?
Well,
That's where it is.
Yeah,
you know where it is, and it's in a lead line bag. Or was when you left it.
correct. Yeah.
Okay. And so where do we go to retrieve it?
To Haven Port.
All right. Is there a quick way to get there?
No. Take the permanent teleportation circle to Parabor, and then walk is probably the quickest way, or travel.
All right. I guess I'm ready when you are.
Well, if you were to, um, let Stumbleduck know you are coming, he might let you port into his tower from the circle in the basement.
But isn't he in Parabor?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm mixing up my towns. Ignore that.
All
I
right.
can't believe I just did that.
Well, I think we'll go with the other plan then, and walk from Parabor.
Are we going to take the charges with us or leave them here in the uh, infirmary until we return?
I think it would be too much work to try and bring 4 people along with us. 4 unconscious people along with us.
And raise a lot of questions.
So we'll be returning here to the master's house before teleporting back to the island. Or can we even teleport back to the island?
We can.
Go ahead.
We can. We just need to find somebody that can port us.
Someone like a Stumbleduck, maybe.
Okay. Wonder how many times he's going to be willing to do that for us.
Many
Do you
times
pay
as
him
we
some
need.
money?
Yeah. Does he like Moonstone?
He might.
Okay. Well, whatever. I guess I'm ready when you guys are.
All right. I'll ask if anyone needs any supplies that we have here at the master's house. And if not, I'll head down to the basement to see summoning circle.
I believe our most recent trip, we didn't use much besides what was in the mansion. So I don't need any supplies. So I head down to the summoning circle as well.
I make sure my rations are completely stocked, and I see if I can pick up any pitons.
I'm sure we probably have some around somewhere.
Just in case we have to do any climbing.
It's not difficult. The school has a supply of adventuring gear, typical adventuring gear, so it wouldn't be difficult for you to pack up or pick up a set of them. Set of 10.
Okay.
Never mind. Yeah, I'll be ready to go.
Then we'll. Do you want to take the horse as well, or should we just walk? We don't really have a way to get it back from Havenport. Unless we walk to Havenport and then walk back and get Stumbleduck to help us out.
We can look.
Alright. Then wait for everyone to get down to the teleportation circle and use it to head to Parabor.
Okay. You complete the ritual that sends you to Parabor, and following um, the normal vacuum feeling, um, you find yourself in the basement of Maid's Respite. And a short moment later, Connor comes down, investigating to see who arrived. And he sees you, he greets you, says, come on up. We can get you some food and drink if you'd like. What brings you to Parawar?
We are just stopping through on some errands. We have come to talk to good old Stumbleduck.
Connor kind of grimaces and says, okay.
shrug and say, he's a very helpful person to have around.
I'll take your word for
And
it.
then I'll smile and then head upstairs.
I'll lean over and say, and an acquired taste.
He'll laugh at you. Or maybe with you.
Um, I'll just kind of grab a chair at the bar and sit and listen for a few minutes, see if there are any new rumors that anyone's talking about right now. So I'm sure it's not too busy if it's the middle of the day.
Um, go and give me a perception check. It is a pretty quiet day. Um, there are three major groups in the tavern at the moment, um, as well as a couple of um, people sitting off on their own. Um, one of them is a group of um, well, you're not quite sure what they do, but they're a group of women. Um, it just looks like they're just sitting and having lunch, but they are talking about um, apparently a date that one of them had last night, and it apparently went pretty well. In case you're wondering, um,
Perfect.
another one of the groups is a group of merchants, or I'm sorry, laborers, like maybe dock workers. Um, they're complaining about how the um, dockmaster has really been cracking the whip recently, and um, basically making them work extra hours and really pushing them to work faster and harder, and it's they're all basically wishing they could find some way to to find different jobs or something, because he's really pushed them too far as far as they're concerned. And the third set is merchants, and one of them is bragging about a huge contract that he's just signed with um, a merchant consortium on the other side of the Sea of Fallen Stars. and how it's going to um, more than quadruple his business, and it's going to bring in so much money, and by the end of the year he should be able to um, buy buy an estate in Havenport if he wanted to, and he um, wouldn't have to deal with the slum or lower class conditions of Parabor anymore.
I see.
But does that answer your question, Rumors?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just sit and listen and grab some lunch, and then once I'm done, and if anyone else is having any when they're done, head out and say that we should head to Stumbleduck.
Okay, for lunch, Connor gives you a bowl of it's kind of a fish stew with with some fresh bread on the side. It's okay.
I will eat it happily.
It's nothing special, but it'll fill the void. Is anyone else eating lunch, or is it just Ariana?
I'll
Yep,
try
definitely.
it too.
Okay.
Usually anything we get here turns out to be pretty good.
He brings you out a bowl as well, and um, brings out a plate of raw fish for Damba. He kind of sniffs at it a bit and tastes it, and better than nothing. He eats it, but it's no steak.
Maybe Dama is getting too picky and we should limit his consumption some.
That is your call. Sky and Rogar?
Yes, I'm partaking.
Okay.
Yes, I'm partaking.
Okay. And he makes sure there's bowls for all of you and um, cups of kind of a fruit cider. It's um, it's not quite as sweet as juice, but it's not alcoholic.
As we finish up, I will thank Colin and drop a gold on the counter and quickly make my way outside before he can say anything about it.
He picks it up as you get outside, and he kind of about to say something, and just kind of shrugs and puts it in his pocket.
Then I will make sure that everyone's following and start casually making my way towards a Stumbleduck's tower.
Okay, as you approach, um, the door appears in the base of the tower. Again, the door is small enough for a gnome to go through, or I guess large enough for a gnome to go through, or halfling. But Sky is gonna have to duck, and Rogar is pretty much gonna have to squeeze through.
So no turning into a giant here. Gotcha.
I don't think he would like that very much.
I dare you to
Our
try.
the last companion we brought here uh, had wings, and Stumbleduck was not very happy with that. I'll say that to Rogar, and then I'll turn and knock on the door.
After a moment, after a moment, um, Stumbled like yanks open the door, says, "What do you want?" And then sees who recognizes you, and he says, "Oh, hi. Um, come on in. Come on in."
I'll smile and I'll walk in behind him and make enough room, or as much room as possible, for the other three to fit in.
Well, there's plenty of room inside. You're just getting through the door is the hard part.
Right.
And you guys, as you guys enter, door closes behind you, and he sits down on these on a gnome-sized chair in the middle of the room, and offers you Ariana a place to sit, and he offers all of you a place to sit. And as you look around, to some larger chairs appear in the room, and he kind of looks over at Damba, then at you, Liz, and says, "Make sure you keep an eye on that thing. I don't want it leaving a mess." To which Jamba kind of growls a little and sits right next to Liz. And he turns to the party and says, "What can I do for you?"
We are just passing through this time, but in a couple of days, right? It's like a 3-day journey to Havenport.
Something like that.
In 3 or 4 days, most likely, we will be back here. And I was wondering if you would be able to teleport us somewhere.
certainly be willing to give it a try. Do you have anything from the location you're teleporting to?
I'll smile and turn to Sky and say that Sky here was smart enough to take something from there.
Oh, ow.
What?
I don't know where it is.
You're very quiet, Sky.
How's that?
I thought that was just
Better.
me and Glenn.
Much better.
That was weird. I will pull it out wherever it is once I find where it is. But it was a statue. I know that much. 6-legged hunting cat figurine
Mm,
and a large elf figurine.
I remember that. Okay, as long as you have an item from the location, I should be able to get you there fairly accurately.
Perfect. That is all we needed today, I think. Right?
Okay. Then I guess we'll see you in a few days.
I'll nod and uh, beckon everyone over toward the door.
As you approach the door, it opens on its own to let you out.
I'll head out with everyone and just over my shoulder thank Stumbleduck and then head out of Parabor and onto the road.
Okay. You're out on the road. It is say 2 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. Um, why don't we just have everyone roll a d20? Okay. Towards the end of the third day. Sorry, end of the second day. As you come to the crossroads, um, everyone give me perception checks. Um, Ariana and Rogar, as you are heading south, um, taking the road to the south from that crossroads, um, you see a glint of light off to the west, off the road, off into the trees. Um, last few rays of sunlight glint off of something in the distance.
When I catch sight of it, I point it out to the others to see if I'm the only one who sees it. Uh, Mentioning it to me, it looks like a reflection of a spyglass. The way he described it, that's what popped in my mind. That's what I'm saying. That we may be being seen, or that there may be something there.
Um, how far away does it look like the glint is?
Mm, 50, 60 feet.
I'll go head out toward it.
You said you're gonna move towards it.
Yeah.
Would you like me to move either north or south to try and uh, surround it?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, well, I think I'll leave off to the road of the west and north, um, searching the area toward the river or stream.
Okay. And I guess Sky, what are you doing?
I will head the opposite direction. We'll go west and south. Try and if there's any brush or whatever, try and crouch down and stay low.
Okay. And Rogar, you were the first one to point it out.
Is there any way I want to go see what was there. How far out again was it?
Um, 55, 60 feet. That's where everyone else is headed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just want to go with Ariana, or you want to try to go with one of the others?
Go with Ariana.
Okay. That's funny. I got the two loud ones walking up the center, and the two quiet ones right, trying to flank.
Exactly.
That's a good thing.
Um, Give me stealth checks from Lazum and Sky. Okay. Um, um, Party makes its way towards where they saw the glint. Um, After going about 40 feet or so, um, the trees kind of start to clear up, and y'all realize that it is actually glass from a window that you saw glinting. Um, there's currently um, a good sized cabin here. Um, it's 2 stories tall, roughly um, maybe 200 square feet. I guess that's not really that big of a cabin, but
Has it? We haven't seen it on other trips past you.
no, this is the first time you've seen it. The cabin itself looks like it's fairly new.
I'll I'll head up to try and find the door.
Okay. It's not too difficult to find. It's kind of there, just a little to the left of the windows. Um, what do you want to do to the door?
I'll just knock on it, see who lives here in the middle of nowhere. I guess on the edge of the path.
Okay. As you knock on it, the door kind of swings open a couple of inches.
I'll take a peek inside and ask if anyone's home.
Okay. Um, as you say that, your voice kind of uh, echoes hollowly in the room, and looking inside, the room is dark. Um, there's some furniture in there. It's for the most part, it's kind of broken and um, tossed. Basically, it's
In a brand new house.
yeah. The furniture looks like it's been ransacked.
Um, I will kind of head and like open the door a bit more and look your head actually inside and look around the room, see what sort of damage everything has on it.
Okay. Um, the main room of the cabin kind of has a kitchen off to. As you walk into the door, the kitchen's kind of off to the left, separated by kind of a little counter, and then you're in the main room with the fireplace and a few bookcases, and then there's a doorway that leads to the back to a bedroom, or at least you would assume a bedroom. Um, in this main room, the bookcases are knocked over and broken. There are broken plates all over the floor. The um, table is broken in half, and the legs have been um, um, torn off it. There are a number of chairs that are in different states of being broken apart. Um, there are pots and pans um, thrown all over the kitchen. There are still embers burning in the fireplace. Um, I guess smoking in the fireplace. Um, and the door to the rest of the cabin is closed.
I'll go knock on the door to the rest of the cabin. See if anyone answers.
Um, as you knock on the door, um, there's a sudden thud on the door, and the point of a crossbow bolt sprouts from the center of the door. Um, and you can hear the sound of a crossbow reloading from behind the door.
I'll say that we aren't here to hurt you. We are just trying to figure out what's going on or what happened here.
Give me a persuasion check. Where did you get anything about Gith, Sky?
The tower down south.
Oh,
I was just, making an offhand comment.
about a suddenly new building out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I guess that's actually that would be appropriate.
Just
Um,
appears out of nowhere, out of thin air, like we've walked by here many times. It's never been here, and just one day randomly, tower just pops up in the middle of the woods. One day randomly, a cabin just pops up right next to the path.
well, it has been a while since you walked through here.
A couple weeks.
Hmm,
We came down here to take the boat to Prespa.
you're right, you did. Um, you hear um a weak voice from beyond the door, Iriana,
Mhm.
and it says um who are you and what do you want?
We are just a group of adventurers trying to see what's going on here. We hadn't seen this house before on our travel, and when we approached, everything inside looked broken, attacked.
And the weakened voice kind of continues. It says Did you run them off?
Uh, they aren't here anymore, whatever it was.
You can hear some shuffling behind the door, and it opens just a crack. And you can see just kind of an eyeball through the crack, just kind of looking out. And she looks, the eyeball kind of looks down at you, and then over behind you. And um, then he slowly pulls the door open, and you see a kind of an older man, um, probably half elven, and he's um, holding his stomach where there's a large gash, and he's very large amount of blood. You suspect that he probably won't live very long without attention.
I will ask if he needs attention.
Kind of stumbles back into a chair, and um, he says that would be nice.
I will just step up and rest my hand on his stomach and cast Cure Wounds. For 17 healing.
Yeah. Um, he kind of grunts, and you can feel that the flesh knitting itself back together under your hand. And as the spell fades, he kind of takes a deep breath, kind of experimentally trying to, make sure his stomach isn't going to explode on him. And kind of breathes a sigh of relief and says, "Thank you."
I'll nod and say, was that enough, or did you require some more? Some more healing?
Kind of um, checks his stomach and kind of um, stretches his limbs and checks his head and everything, and it's like, I think that's the worst of it. I think the most of the rest of it's just bruises.
I'll nod and ask what happened here. Your helm looks pretty torn up.
I just recently had this cabin built. I was plan was to retire here and get away from the crime and violence of the city. And unfortunately, I think it followed me.
What followed you?
The crime and the violence of the city.
Who was it that did this? Or
Well,
what?
it was a group of thugs. I think they were part of one of the rogues guilds in Havenport. They all had matching sword tattoos, red swords on the backs of the necks. They burst in here and demanded I give them everything I had. And I managed to get away from them and lock myself in here. And they tore up the rest of my house. And next thing I knew, you were knocking on the door.
Um, the red swords on the neck, was that Lucane's group?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
They are still doing stuff here. Being driven out of the city, so now they're preying on people out of the city.
It's a decent assumption.
Perfect. Well, like Kenny said, it is 9 o'clock.
Oh, damn. Okay, he will thank you, and for your efforts, he will hand you a um, pretty heavy sack of coin.
I will hand it back to him and say, it seems like you could use this to fix up your house or fix up your um, furniture.
I have plenty more where that came from. I just didn't want to give it to them, and you deserve something for being kind to this poor old stranger. So he tries to give it
Uh,
back to you.
I will take it and put it into my bag.
Okay. Um, and with that, we'll go ahead and call it a week, or call the session. Pick it up next week.
How much is in the bag? Or I can just put bag of money for now.
Um, 500 platinum.
500 platinum?
Yes.
Do I not
Damn.
recognize this man?
um, give me a history check. There's definitely something about him that looks familiar. Um, Off the top of your head, you can't quite place him though.
All right.
500 platinum for a single heal.
Yeah, and he has plenty more where that came from.
Something seems a little off here.
Something about somebody being a god and we just be nice to him, so he's helping us. That's what I'm thinking. Something about him being a god and we just helped him and passed the test, and I nod and bow and say thank you, sir, thank you, and back away slowly.
Y'all have fun because I'm outside and I don't know what just happened. So,
I'll
but
see
damn.
you guys later.
Have a good one, Bo.